Courtney for Kids First, and today we're talking about the new series, Growing Up, which begins streaming on Disney Plus September 8th, 2022. And with us today are Brie Larson, executive producer and director of the episode Clare and Isabel, Alex Crotty, the hero in her episode called Alex, Sage Grace Dolan-Sandrino, the hero in her episode called Sage, and Emily Flores, the hero in her episode called Emily. So welcome everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
So to start, Ms. Larson, as an executive producer and a director, I'm curious where the idea for the series originated and what drew you to get involved.
Sure. The idea came while I was driving. It just came into my head as I was driving that I realized that I live with a lot of shame, that there's aspects about my identity and how I view myself that I thought was unlovable. And once I started thinking about it, it turned into many years of asking friends and family when I felt like it was a safe and appropriate time, what is the thing that you feel the most ashamed of? And I started learning that 100% of the time, the thing that they were afraid of or felt shame about was absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. And so that turned into going, okay, well, what happens if we were to relieve ourselves and take the pressure valve off? And more people were talking about it. And we opened up this conversation, which turned into this show. And tracing it back to that there's this period of time in adolescence where we go from being so full of love for ourselves and not having a clue that there could ever be anything wrong with us to then suddenly going, wait, there's parts of me that I need to hide. There's parts of me that are bad. And if we could unpack that, identify those moments and identify what makes us special and unique, and that these are the just most treasured parts of us that we should love, that's where this all came. That's where it all came to be. And it led me to, some of the people you'll meet here today and a bunch of others that are just beautiful, perfect individuals.
So Ms. Crotty, you are a hero in your episode of this series. So in your episode, you have this pivotal point where you ask for help with your depression. How does it know that you could help others overcome their fear of asking for help?
Oh, that's why I signed on to the show. I've been motivated to speak out about my experience because I realized when I spoke to my mom and she helped me get the help that I needed, that it's not a difficult process to get started to get better. It's something that many people can do, and it took 10 seconds to ask to end years of feeling so alone and so isolated. And I started talking about it because my hope is that nobody will feel like they have to hide that part of themselves again, and they can have those years be happy and full of joy instead.
So Ms. Dolan-Sandrino, with your role as a hero in the show, you will become a trans role model for so many. How has sharing your story through this series helped you just become more open about being trans?
Definitely. I have had an experience over the past 10 years of being a trans person. And within those 10 years, I have come to the forefront and become a voice for other trans folks. And I've been so lucky to meet so many people along the way. And knowing that the impact of my voice and, offering folks an opportunity to see themselves reflected in a narrative on such an incredible network like Disney Plus, with such a great reach, I think, makes me happy every day. Just knowing that growing up, I did not have an opportunity to see folks like myself represented. That's to the extent I'm a light-skinned mixed trans woman. And so I had opportunities to see women who may have looked like me, but it stopped there, right? There was no identity to correlate with. There was no opportunity to see what a future for me might look like. And that really impacted me. So knowing that I may be that person for so many people is definitely what keeps me going.
Okay. So, Ms. Flores, what was your process and experience of filming the reenactments in your episode?
Yeah, so filming the reenactments of my episode was actually really fun. I really had a really fun time, just well, first of all, I had a really, really amazing time, getting to share my story and, getting to really share my story with so many other young people. And so getting to reenact them was, I think, a really fulfilling experience because it was I felt really grateful that I was able to share those moments of myself and growing up and hopefully have them impact somebody. And so, yeah, so it was a very fulfilling experience.
Okay, so thank you everyone for talking to me.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you for talking with me, Brie Larson, Alex Crotty, Sage Grace Dolan-Sandrino, and Emily Flores. Growing Up begins streaming on Disney Plus September 8th, 2022. I'm Avalon, reporting for Kids First. Be sure to like and subscribe to our Kids First channel so you don't miss any interviews or reviews.